It is my joy to welcome you in Pastor's Wife Corner. The objective of this program is to encourage you, women in the ministry, to fulfill their unique part in God's plan of redemption. We will talk about women here in the Bible and get lessons to learn. So by this time, we will talk about Abiha, or we can call her also by her name, Abi, is mentioned in the Old Testament book of Second Kings 18:2 and Second Chronicles 29:1. She was the mother of King Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the 13th king of Judah. He was crowned at 25 years of age and reigned for nearly 30 years. So both verse 3 of Second Kings 18 and verse 2 of Chronicles 29 say that King Hezekiah did what was right in the sight of the Lord, and according to all that his father David had done. He was a good and godly king. For this reason, King Hezekiah gets considerably more spotlight than his mother. But I think there's still something we can learn from her mother Abi. Big note: Abiha or Abi, the daughter of Zechariah, was married to King Ahaz, an evil king, and had one son named Hezekiah with him. So we can only imagine, but some of us can picture it very well and in great detail what her family life might have been like an evil man like King Ahaz. She must have been horrified at the wickedness of her husband and doubtless sought to protect her son Hezekiah. Yet she put her trust in the Lord and raised Hezekiah under the influence of godly men at the temple. Lesson: Women, because of Abby's focus and because she took hold of the spiritual well-being of her son by devoted leadership well under her heavenly father, when Hezekiah became king after his father's death. His mother's impact in his life, that this was said of him. He trusted the Lord, the God of Israel, so that there was none like him among all the kings of Judah after him, nor among those who were before him. For he held fast to the Lord. Women, if one woman's love for God and honoring of God and focus on God didn't just make a difference in only her son's life, because of her love and devotion to God, he was full of that love and devotion to God, and a whole nation saw the effects of that love and devotion, and a whole nation reaped the benefits of that love and devotion. God used Abi, one woman, to effect change in Hezekiah that swept a whole nation with revival. Insight: Women, not everybody has the blessing of being brought up in godly home, in surrounding where the Bible is being read and prayers are being said. This shows us that God is a personal God, sovereign and unrestricted God. Your character and your relationship with God does not depend on someone else. It doesn't depend on your family background or culture. Your walk with God, your faith in God, and relationship with God does not depend on your parents' or grandparents' relationship with God. If your parents have a close relationship with God, that doesn't mean that you will have a close relationship with God too. Likewise, if your parents are far from God, doesn't mean that you will be far from God. Your relationship with God depends on you and more so on God, and it depends on nothing else and no one else. Just like Abby, a God fearing woman, has a bad husband but has a good and God fearing son. So when the Lord blesses parents with a child, God entrusts them with a tremendous responsibility to raise that child in God's ways and to establish a foundation early in the child's life, and that is built upon Jesus Christ. Indeed, I am a pastor's wife. Hope to see you again in the next program. God bless your heart.